Welcome back to some more Unravel. If you watched the last episode, you know that I promised to kind of look up any sort of radioactive accident in Scandinavia to see if this is referring to anything. And the only thing that I came across was something called the BT Kemi scandal. And apparently there was a company named BT Kemi in Sweden that produced pesticides during the 1970s. And then people of the town started complaining of an acid odor, and it was kind of weird, made people sick. There was a bunch of protests, and then the company, BT Kemi, started burying barrels of toxic waste in the ground, and it took a long time for authorities to do anything about it. So it sounds like maybe that's what this game was referring to in the previous episode. So let's find out what's going to happen in this level. I think that might be the scandal they're referring to. So once again, this level is going to have 5 collectibles. I will show them all. And it also has a secret achievement. But the secret achievement is collect the 4th out of 5th collectible in the level. So, nothing we will skip over. It's like that crow that stole my badge is still out here though. So the first collectible is right here, and it's actually a pretty tricky one to grab. What you have to do is kind of jump off over here, and then you have to very carefully make your way across these little spots, but you have to be very careful with the acid. What I like to do is tie myself to each little latch, and then very quickly just kind of latch on like that, and go like this across to the next peg. And then once again, I like to tie myself, go all the way to the top, and then just quickly try to rappel through. Very careful not to touch the acid, of course. Okay, excellent. And as promised, here's the first collectible of the level. And then from here, instead of going all the way back, I like to hold down on my control pad to reset to the last checkpoint like this. Much easier than going all the way back across, dare I say. You got to be careful in this part. There are some tricky jumps. This one's kind of tricky in itself. There we go. This next little section actually has some tricky jumps as well, in my opinion. Although I am absolutely terrible at jumping in this game. Especially these swinging jumps. I'm so bad at them for some reason. I just can't seem to get the hang of it. Though I seem to be doing alright. And then this one is a little bit more precise. You do have to be kind of in the right spot with the right momentum. There we go. So to pull this rock down, you want to make sure you stay as far to the right as possible. So you get launched like this, and you grab another collectible. Let's continue on through. Let me build a bridge here. Excellent. We are in some sort of office building, it looks like. This part you want to be very careful. If you see those cockroaches on the ground, they will eat your face. They will. The only way to repel them is with some light. And you can turn on the lamp. Hold on, if you get enough momentum, you can do it. Although it's not turned on yet, so we gotta turn on the switch. There we go. I don't know what I was thinking. And then you can push this a little bit. Just make sure you don't go too far outside the light, or else the roaches will eat your face. But you can stretch this light a little bit further. There we go. The roaches are scared of the light. That's good to know. And over here we can get yet another little light. It's gonna allow us to pass through here unhindered. Alright. So for this part, I want to tie a knot right here. And then I want to go up. Kind of want to create a little pulley thing to keep this door open. So I'm going to bring this weight all the way back so my line doesn't have slack. And then I'm going to tie a knot and then push it through. Then that way it's going to hold the door open for me. And simply, the last thing to do is to run around and get out of here. There's that mean crow with our badge. This part you want to be a little bit careful because you can get electrocuted. So when you hear the thunder, you gotta jump or you're gonna roast. It's a very specific time frame to jump, so you do have to be careful. Let me tie a little knot here. Then I'm gonna swing across to that satellite dish. Okay, and with this little bungee, I'm going to jump over to the left and grab the third collectible of the level. And again, on this part, you do want to mind your timing. When you hear the thunder, wait like half a second and then go for it. Nice. And I've made it. This level can be quite tricky if you're going for the Deathless achievement. But with enough practice you can get it. No worries. Right, and for this part, just gonna swing on up here. And let's push this light bulb because I'm gonna need it. And now I can jump up here. Now this part again can be a little bit tricky. You see the thing emitting electricity towards the right of the screen. You want to avoid those as you make your way through this little maze. And I'm just patiently waiting here for a hook point that I can latch onto. And I'm going to skip a little bit of the maze by jumping there. And then from here, I want to just stay as close to my little hook point as possible. Actually, let me go down all the way so I don't get smacked by that one. And then after you clear that one at the top, that's when you want to just latch on as close as possible so you don't smack the right wall here. And then for your efforts, you get a nice little checkpoint. And then here, again, you want to stay nice and tight. You don't want to go too low. Just stay right on the hook point. And once you clear it, you can kind of give it some slack so you can swing over to this checkpoint. And then once this piston shoots you up, you want to go to the right. Like this. And right here is going to be the fourth collectible of the level, as well as the secret achievement if you grab this. So there it is. And now I can continue my way across this crazy level. Okay. Now let's go down here and then pull this. Excellent. And now I can reveal a couple of things over here to form a bridge and jump up to continue. Golly, man, really? There we go. This jump can be a little tricky as well. I like to time myself here. It's not that bad once you kind of know how it works. But I'm just trying to point out little things that you may not think might kill you, but actually can. In case you're going again for that deathless achievement. And there's that crow with my badge. Looks like I've scared him away, so I just need to grab my little crab here. Now, here's going to be the 5th and final collectible of the level. You want to pull this drawer all the way out. And then you can pull the second drawer as well, which is going to contain the hidden collectible. But it's a little bit awkward to get it. Because when you're trying to jump, you kind of like push the drawer closed, but you can get it like I did. Alright, and we definitely want to swing across, but those jolts of electricity don't look very friendly, so we're going to go through here and see if we can do something about that. Okay. So actually, let me swing across because I don't have enough tension to open this. So I'm going to tie a knot and then do this. Make like a little pulley. There we go. And then from here, we can pull the lever. And we've turned off the electricity, and now we should be able to swing across with no problem. Do want to be careful if you fall here. Cockroaches gonna eat your face. We don't want that. There we go. That's gonna be the end of the level. And finally, here is our badge of honor that we worked so hard for in the last level, but was stolen by a crow. It looks like we finally recovered it. Nice. Let's take a look at the album. How much is enough? The saviors turned out to be pillagers. Their promises were hollow, and the process was toxic. Now the young move south, and the old are left behind to tend to the wounds. Wonder if that's a guy's name. I don't speak Swedish, obviously. There's that, more blank pages. That means more levels ahead. So I hope you guys are enjoying this playthrough. We're going to continue in the next episode. I hope you will join me. See you next time.